holidays are right around the corner, and it's so important to have a good plumber in your Rolodex because the last thing you want is a big malfunction at the house when you've got your relatives over. And joining us this morning, Jim Parker with Parker and Sons Plumbing. It's nice to see you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming this morning. You know, I think everyone's had a plumbing issue at some time in their life. You know, sometimes we're under the sink trying to fix it ourselves. Sometimes we have to call in the professionals. But you guys deal with these kinds of things all the time. And what are the biggest problems that homeowners here in San Antonio have?
San Antonio has very high water pressure, very hard water. Those two things combined really can damage a plumbing system. So we have a couple of things here to show homeowners what they can do to combat those issues and things they can do themselves to test your water pressure. There's a gauge you can buy Home Depot or Lowe's for around $10. And what you do, you hook it up to your hose bib, you turn it on full blast.
On the water heater?
On the hose bib on the outside of the house. So you just so you just tighten this up on the hose bib. Anything over 80 psi is going to be something you need to be concerned about. If you do have over 80 psi water pressure, the best thing to do is install a pressure reducing valve. We install the best. You know, there's all types of material. When we install a Watts with brass body, and it's going to be able to get you under 80 psi.
If you have high water pressure, what can that cause?
Just high water pressure, the turbulence of the water going through your copper or galvanized piping, over time will wear away that copper, wear away the galvanized piping, and can cause leaks. And you know, you're looking at leaks from in the slab where it's going to cost you a couple $1,000s to leaks in the yard. And having this pressure reducing valve is going to help you with that.
That's good to know. I didn't even know about that. I do know about hard water because I had to get a whole new water heater one time because it was full of all that sludge and it just died. So what do you do to make sure that that doesn't happen? Well,
one thing you can do is test your water. Again, you can buy a test kit at Home Depot or Lowe's. Test your water. A lot of times people think, well, I have a water softener, so I'm good. Well, water softeners don't last forever. We've come across systems that are 20 years old and should have been replaced a long time ago. But if you're unsure, you can test it yourself. But having a water softener is it helps so much. It doubles the lifespan of all your appliances. So definitely.
And what are some signs that maybe you've got a hard water problem?
Again, like you had said, sediment. You go to turn on the faucet and water sprays out all over the place. That's because sediment is built up in your aerator. That's one sign. Dishwasher, you know, you go to wash your dishes, it comes back all cloudy. And so water heaters, we've come across where you walk into a garage and you hear crackling, crack, and it's because the sediment is in the bottom of that water heater, and as the water's heating, it's cracking.
Those are definitely all times when you need to call a plumber. One thing that a lot of people deal with is the old under the sink problem. There's a drip, you don't know where it's coming from. There's a lot of stuff under there that I have no idea what it does. There's a garbage disposal and other weird things. I mean, when do you call in a plumber? How do you know when it's the right time to not deal with it yourself?
We always recommend to call a plumber if you're unsure of what you're doing. You know, a lot of people go to Home Depot or Lowe's, they try to do it themselves, and they make it worse on themselves. So you know, it's really up to the homeowner and what their background is. But definitely, we're here to help. And
well, tell me a little bit about Parker and Sons and how long you guys have been in San Antonio.
3 years here in San Antonio. We're licensed. We're a professional plumbing company. One of the things I brought out was just a book to show that all of our plumbers are licensed. You know, we don't send out someone that's really good working with their hands. We don't send out handymen. We send out a licensed professional plumber. No cost to send a plumber out. So homeowner calls, I have a plumbing emergency, they call us, we'll go out at no cost.
So that's important. You got to make sure that you're working with someone who is licensed. And again, at no cost to come out, which is great to know. A lot of people will say, look, it's going to cost you $60 for me to come out to your house, and it won't be until next week. So that doesn't need to happen. These are the guys that you can call. I know you've got a special offer for San Antonio Living viewers. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's a $129 water heater flush, and we'll also do a free home plumbing inspection. So if you have some questions about this or that, that's a good time to get that taken care of.
All right, so if the water heater is not working quite right, maybe your water is not as hot as it should be, you hear that crackly sound, you should have it checked. This is the time to do it before the holidays roll in. It is Parker and Sons Plumbing. Again, the special offer, $129 for a water heater flush and a free home inspection. You can find them right on Camp Bullis Road. They are at Parker and Sons Plumbing, LLC.com. That's the website. Or call them if you've got questions at 236-9838. Again, 236-9838 for more information.